They're all set for the $5 million Breeders' Cup Classic. There's the roar from the Churchill Downs crowd as the field is sent on their way, and Zenyatta is dead last. Zenyatta was slow into stride. She's got to be 5-6 lengths last as Zenyatta. They come past the stands first time round now, and First Dude is going on to lead Espoir City. Quality Road is right there on the inside, and Hainesfield a close-up fifth. On the outside of that comes Etched. Here's Looking at Lucky racing in the 6 spot, 7 off the leaders. The pace very solid early. Blame is taken back towards the rear. On the outside of that, we have Pearson Prince. In behind those two now, we drop back to Patio Prado, who's down at the rail. In tight was Fly Down. Musket Man is there. And Zenyatta is dead last. Mike Smith's asking her to pick it up a little, actually. Mike Smith doesn't want to be too far back. He's asking Zenyatta to pick it up. At this stage, Zenyatta's got to be a good 18, 20 lengths off the leader. They go down the backstretch now in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and First Dude is the leader. Quality Road is ridden along at the rail. Hainesfield right there third. Espoir City is fourth, and those four fly. It's a big gap of 7 back to Etched. Looking at Lucky is 10 lengths off the leaders. Blame down at the rail. In behind Blame now we have Musket Man, who's still far back with Patio Prado. In behind that we have Fly Down, and Zenyatta is dead last. Zenyatta is last. Mike Smith trying to find somewhere to run. They bunching up at the top of the lane now, though. Hainesfield, Espoir City's running a huge one as well. Looking at Lucky. Here comes Looking at Lucky. Etched is in there. Zenyatta now hooking to the grandstand side, and Zenyatta is now coming with her run. Looking at Lucky. Blame. Blame on the inside. Blame gets the lead. Zenyatta on the outside. Looking at Lucky. Blame. Zenyatta. Zenyatta. Zenyatta is flying. Blame trying to hold on. Blame. And Zenyatta. Blame has won it ahead. Zenyatta ran her heart out, but had to settle for second. Fly Down was third, and Looking at Lucky finished fourth. Well, there we have it. Ahead will separate a historic race from Zenyatta. Tremendous run, far back early. Had to wind her way through. Blame got the perfect trip, though, and Garrett Gomez scores ahead on Blame. Zenyatta second.
An utterly thrilling, desperate run to the wire by Zenyatta, but Blame has now emerged as what many will say as the horse of the year.
The one thing that I thought Mike and Zenyatta would run into is trying to pick his way through horses. Yes, she has an explosive run, but that small margin of error that he had to wait a time or two to find his way clear cost her the race.
What a sensational run by Zenyatta, but we've seen so many times Zenyatta pull it out just at the last minute, but running against Switch and Renterval is different from running against Blame. She deserves all the credit in the world, though, for an amazing run.
Hey, buddy. How you feeling? Mike, how you feeling?
Mikey?
Yeah. You got any breath left?
I guess I got beat, huh, Jerry?
Well, you know, I'm going to tell you something. You got to play the hand that's dealt you. And I thought you rode her brilliantly, considering you really had no place to go. You only had to tap on the brakes slightly a little bit, and you found a spot, but you just ran out of ground.
Yeah. A little bit devastated right now, Jerry. I'm trying to pull myself together.
All right, buddy.
What a thriller in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Blame just nosing out Zenyatta. Jay Privman is with John Sheriffs.
Thanks very much, Joe. John, can you describe your emotions right now?
You know, I'm just so happy with everything that Zenyatta's done, and she ran her heart out today. Ran a great race, and congratulations to Blame.
Did you ever prepare yourself for her losing a race?
You know, this is the first time it's happened. So, what are you gonna do? Horse racing.
What about this reaction that the fans are giving her as she comes back?
Oh, like that. You know, they were behind her, win or lose. So I think she represented them very well and tried. You know, ran an excellent race and just came up a little short.
John, thanks very much.
And Janine is with Jerry Moss, Zenyatta's owner.
Jerry and Ann, I watched you as you were watching the race. You both had the binoculars trained on her. Not a word was spoken as the horses entered the backstretch. Jerry, what were you thinking?
Well, I thought she'd get there, but she just missed, you know. So she lost to a really good horse, and we're real proud of her. She tried hard, and she's the greatest. What can I say?
And how hard is it for you to watch that photo finish again as we see it in slow motion?
Well, I still hope she stuck her tongue out, you know. It was that close. But doesn't take anything away from her. She's a great, great horse. And I just, it's the first time she won't be in the winner's circle, so I'm wondering how she feels.
And I know you guys don't know what to do either, because it's the first time you haven't gone to the winner's circle either, but thanks for a great ride.
John Sheriffs to go meet his mare, Mike Smith. It's going to be very reflective about just an inch here or there, a move here or there, just one more stride, one more opening, and it could have been. But Blame is really a top-notch performer. What a season Blame put together.
And you see Al Stahl Jr. at the top left of your screen there with his young son getting a lot of congratulations. What a training job Al has done. And you know, all week long, for a long time, people have been wanting to compare Zenyatta to Secretariat. Would she eventually be regarded as a horse like Secretariat? Well, Blame is co-owned by Claiborne Farm, which stood the great Secretariat at stud, where Secretariat is buried, and the story sort of comes around full circle.
I think Randy and I both kind of wanted Zenyatta to win, but realistically we looked at the circumstances, and it's circumstances that usually gets horses beat. And for her to try to weave her way again through these horses unencumbered, the odds are just stacked against her. And I think that in and of itself is why she came up just a tad short. Traffic she had to go through.
We both picked Blame to beat her, and you almost feel guilty.
I do.
You know?
But we both knew she'd be coming.
Yeah. Was she ever coming? And for Garrett Gomez, who's up on Blame, his 13th Breeders' Cup win, his third win of these Breeders' Cups, the 27th edition of the World Championships. And you can see the purple and coral hues of the sunset to the west of Louisville, and the sun setting on the career of Zenyatta thanks to Blame. And Mike Smith makes his way through the reporters and the crowd, his head down and dejected. Obviously, so much was built up. And, you know, listen, they delivered every which way. They lost to the most loaded field you could lose to, a horse who will likely be Horse of the Year. And Blame 4 for 5 here at Churchill Downs.
Look, Zenyatta, for my money, is the greatest female racehorse of all time.